everybody. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to the best part of your day, and we thank you for the day. Yes, we do. You opened our eyes, got us on our way. Those of you on the roads, we'd like to say good morning to you. Please drive carefully out there. Those of you just getting it started, have your coffee, have your juice, have your water, get your shower on. Welcome to the best part of your morning. This is The Rise and Grind. We are your number one 24-hour streaming station that plays jazz and so much more. We are WJZD Radio Detroit.com, and this is The Rise and Grind Morning. I'm your man, Don Allen, welcoming you to Hump Day. I see everybody's a little late getting in. That's all right. A lot of people hung out last night. At least Lala did down in Nashville. I heard they had a great time. Yes. Let's see, musically this hour, we've got my man Lynn Roundtree opening up the show. Also music from Lonnie Liston Smith. George Benson is on the way. And for your memory, please, I reached way back. Got one of my favorite songs by Mother's Finest. Also a classic from Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Jill Scott's on the way. Frankie Beverly Mays, Jonathan Fritzen. And you guys may have to forgive me because I actually, I'm going to go way left field on you. I had to pull this song from Journey. So, yeah, I'm going to do that today, too. Let's see what's happening in and around town. Stick with us, and we are going to talk about our hot topic. It's actually a rollover from Monday's show because so many people had so many things to say. We decided we'd just go ahead and let you guys get it all out. Yeah, I thought that would be cool, So we will be talking about would a woman ever walk up to a man and ask him for his phone number, or would she ask him out on a date? For the most part on Monday, what happened was most of the women, let me take these off and put these on. I can see better. Most women said no, they want to do it the traditional way. They want the man to take the role of the man and, have him step up to her, which begs the question, do women have problems with rejection? Because men deal with it all the time. I'm just saying. What up, Corey? And I see E-Flat is with us this morning. John B., what's happening? Welcome to the best part of your day. I see you guys are on YouTube this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, be sure to hit the like button so we'll know that you're out there. We thank you for joining us. Let me see something else. Let's go back to FB and see who's out there with us this morning. Here we go. Captain, what's going on, my brother? Captain and Carolyn is with us. And Gene Edwards, what's going on? Don. That's my Gene Edwards impression. Don. Hold on. If you knew Gene, it's a long story. Anyway, got a lot of great music coming up for you this hour. Also want to remind you guys, you have till November 14th. That is next week. You have until November 14th to get your tickets. It helps charity, and you get to watch a great Pistons game. You will have great seats. I promise you that. Go to pistons.com/WJZD. Pick up your tickets for the Pistons versus the Grizzlies. It'll be WJZD night in Little Caesars Arena. Want you guys to surely come on out. Tickets are only $65. You spend that in one night when you go out on a Thursday. I ain't even say Saturday because you spend hundreds on a Saturday. So definitely go to pistons.com/WJZD. We want to see all of your faces in the places. Want to say good morning to all of you guys that's joined us this morning. I see you out there. Yeah. I hear the sound of expansions. Lonnie Liston Smith in the background. Okay. Also want to say good morning to our first responders. As always, those who take care of us while we go do our day-to-day moving and shuffling throughout the day. Good morning to all the doctors, all the nurses, all the EMTs, the police officers, the firefighters, and, of course, my family over at TSA, at DTW, and across the country. Thank you guys for what you do. We appreciate you. If nobody else does, we got love for you. Right here on WJZD Radio Detroit. I am super excited. I'm fired up, guys. I just got the first look. Actually, it was me, Corey, and Carolyn who actually got the first look at the first rendering of the new website, and you guys are going to love it. I mean, there's a few things we're going to tweak on it before we let you guys see it, because we want it to be flawless when you see it. But it is off the charts. Do you hear me? It's beautiful. So you guys will stick around for that. It should be ready in about a week or so. You know, we want to launch it well before the holiday season. We're also planning some other little things. We're going to have our first annual fundraiser for the radio station, because it's a pain in the butt trying to keep this thing going. So we're going to ask you guys to help us. We're going to have a party, as we always do, and nobody throws a party like WJCD Radio. We're looking forward to that. Also, we've got Coco coming to town. Well, she lives in town. Coco and friends will be down at the Channel 1 event venue right over off of Jefferson in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Yours truly will be the MC, and I'm looking forward to that. I told you it's a bunch of stuff going on, and it's always stuff happening in Detroit. If you've never been here, we urge you, come on by and visit us. Aside from what you hear on TV, on the news, you know, this is a really, really, really cool place to be. We do love it here in the Motor City. You know, not as much in March and February when the snow comes down, because it's like, unless you ski or something like that, you know. But I'm not a snow guy, so that's when I try to plot my vacations. We're out of here, you know. Get your coffee, get your juice, get your water. I got my smoothie. It is banana and apple this morning, and it's actually kind of good, you know. I blended it up real good, you know. Yeah, so, oh, let's see what else is coming up. Oh, yeah, Black Friday. The Black Friday takeover is coming to town the day after Thanksgiving. You know about it. It's when you get out and you go spend all your money at those big malls, and the money doesn't channel itself back into the black community. Well, that's going to change. This Friday, the Black Friday takeover, it is a virtual event given by the Black Masterminds. Now, this is a national organization, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. What they have done, they approached me with this, and did you realize over $1 trillion was generated out of the black community last year? Last year, over $1 trillion. None of that, or less than 6% of that, found its way back into the black community. We want to change some of that, so we're going to have you shop local. And we're going to shop at the black business owners, make sure they make some of that money that we're generating, that we're giving to Macy's, we're giving to all the big malls out there. We want some of that money to come back our way. So we want you to go and buy a gift or buy a couple of things from a minority-owned business. We think that would be really, really cool. Let's see, why am I not seeing, let's see, chat overlay. Okay, that's not it. Let me see if I see something on here. Hold on. Good morning, Marie. Marie Briand is with us this morning. I can only see can't post messages, some channels. Let's see, I can see. Oh, I can't see the Facebook people this morning for some reason, whatever reason. Let's look back into that. Okay, let's find out why we can't see the face. Maybe I did something wrong this morning. Oh, okay. Okay. This is the Raz and Grind. Your man is with you this morning. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. I have to get with Juan on that. Anyway, for those of you still with us this morning, I'm having technical problems yet again. I think they want money for this now. Oh, well. We all know what that's about. But this is Rise and Grind. Like I was saying, everybody, we're going to keep moving. Want to remind you again, we need your help in the community. Good morning, Lewis Brown II. Big Lou, is that you? Thank you so much for joining us. We're having our hot topic of discussion of the day. And since I can only see responses on one screen in front of me, we're going to have to focus down there. Captain, what are you watching us on this morning? And Carolyn, what are you watching on? Are you guys watching on Facebook or are you guys watching on YouTube? For some reason, I'm not seeing it on my screen. Always something. But our hot topic today, fellas, would you prefer sometimes, not all the times, but if sometimes the woman approached you, and asked you for your phone number? She came up and had a little brief conversation with you and said, well, listen, can I call you sometime? Just like guys do to women, only in reverse. Now, a few women said that would be a nice change because men like to be spoiled too and approached too, just like women do. It makes man feel kind of special sometimes if a woman would, come up and, compliment him and that sort of deal. I'm not saying be soft and none of that stuff, but I am saying that men do appreciate that. To me, it lets me know that's an independent woman right there. She knows what she likes and she knows how to go about obtaining what she likes. Bonjour, Marie. You just got back in town last night and you're on Facebook hoping that I am doing well. Thank you so much, Marie. Teresa Dubose, how are you this morning, darling? So good to see that pretty smile on her little picture there. But it's a good question. And a lot of ladies said, well, what if he turns me down? My response to that would be, well, welcome to our world. Because men have we get turned down all the time. Not myself, because I don't approach that many people. I used to, but back in the day, I got shot down all the time. So, you have to, show some confidence. And when a woman shows me that she's a confident woman, that to me is very attractive in a female. Now some guys like women who are a lot more submissive and more to herself, and those are the type of women you have to always pry information out of. And conversely, it goes the same way with men as well. I was speaking to a colleague of mine yesterday and he was like, man, she's beautiful. I'm like, well, why don't you go speak to her? Oh man, I don't know, I was like, hold on. And I was like, excuse me, how are you? And I introduced myself and I asked for her name. She gave me her name. And I was like, a couple of my colleagues think you are just drop dead gorgeous. And I agree with them, and I just wanted to get your name so I could take it back to them. Perhaps it would encourage them to come and speak to you. And she smiled and she was flattered. And so I said, okay, have a great day. And went back and told them, and actually he went and spoke to the young lady, and I don't know how far it went beyond that, but the truth of the matter is he actually got up the nerve after he found out the lady's name and so forth. He actually, manned up and went over there and started conversation with her, and I was real happy to be a part of that. But let's say she turned him down, that's the same fear that women have when should they go up to a man, which is no problem. I don't see a real big bad deal with that at all. What's up, Mellow Mike? How you doing? Happy wonderful Wednesday to everybody. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. I'm your man, Don Allen, getting you guys ready for the rest of the other half of the week. Let's see what else is coming up this week. We'll get to that later. But so my question today is, women, do you have a problem with rejection? Are you afraid to come up to a man and say, hey, how you doing? And my name is so-and-so. If it was, let's hypothetically say, my name is Susan. And your name is? My name is Bob. And Bob and Susan are chit-chatting there. And she's like, well, listen, I've really got to run, but I really wanted to come and introduce myself to you. Can we talk later? Is it possible that I could call you later? And If the guy is down with it, sure. If not, perhaps he's married, which is the excuse most women give men when they don't want to be bothered. Involved in a relationship right now, so, I mean, and even still, you can still go out and have coffee. To me, that's not a problem, but that to other and people in a relationship, why you having coffee with another person, that's a problem. So what is your stance on it? What is your stance? Teresa, what is your stance on it? Would you ever come up to a man and introduce yourself and say, well, listen, I just wanted to introduce myself to you. You're looking really nice, nice suit or nice jacket, or you have the most beautiful eyes and blah, blah, blah. Can we talk sometime? Can I call you? And actually it puts the woman in the driver's seat, because if she thinks about it a little later and she doesn't want to speak, or deal with that, she ain't got to call. Ta-da! In which case it's a waste of time, but it's the same thing conversely when men do it. I mean, like I said, more men get shot down than women. So, and then I've heard something else, and perhaps you've heard something about this as well. How do you feel about women who ask a man for their hand in marriage? How do you feel about that? I mean, I personally now, after all that good stuff I preached, I prefer to be the one who gets my knees dirty, get down on the one knee, pop the ring, and do all of that. But I do what I will say that I don't really care for. I see a lot of guys calling her family together, calling his family together, so everybody can bear witness to him professing his love for this woman. And the woman is not feeling it right at that moment, so she may say no. So what do you guys think about that as well? I see I got a bunch of people watching. I'm sorry if I'm not responding to all of you for some reason.
Rise and Grind Morning Show on WJZDRadioDetroit.com.
Oh, it's not connected.
It's a night of comedy just for laughs, featuring Coco and friends at the Channel 1 event venue, Thursday, November 17th at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $35, or for group rates, go to info.
I'm going to try to toggle all of them back off and on.
Coco with special guest Melanie Hearn and your man Don Allen from WJZD Radio. There's a limited space, so reserve.
Listen, guys, while the commercials are on, I'm going to go off and try to come right back in again. Stay with us. You'll see me go off. You'll see me come back on. I'm going to see if I can find out what's wrong, okay? Back in a flash on WJ.